What is the HIV status of this guy? I don't know. Does he have any other communicable disease? I don't know.
No.
What if I even get pregnant out of this rape? And as we talk, I'm not financially resourced to take up this pregnancy and myself. So what do I do? If I don't have money to abort, or okay, I don't want to abort, so people would notice that I got pregnant and I aborted. Why don't I end it?
That's how many got the end. They want to me here. Exactly. So I have to end it.
It should be between the two of us. That's one of the reasons why people don't open up. You are my friend. You also have a friend. Your friend also have a friend.
Definitely.
So I come and tell you, this is my problem. No, don't need come on. Hey, now madam for Messi. On the course, see you. Then the friend also has a friend.
Definitely.
She also communicates to the friend. By the time we realize, it's just like going to the information center.
Welcome to another episode on Cross Talk on Genesis Lifestyle with Okodie Ekwejiwa. Thank you for sharing our videos. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for liking as well. If you've not yet subscribed, please do subscribe and continue sharing our videos. We have a new panel. Hello, darling.
Hello.
Okay, introduce yourself a little for us.
So I am Reverend Mrs. Veraciousous Yeboah.
Okay.
I'm a midwife. I'm a counselor and a reverend minister.
Wonderful. You're welcome again.
Thank you.
Counselor 1.
Yes.
Counselor, how are you?
I'm doing good by God's grace.
We thank God. So far, the socials, so the semi catcher say you are trending. You are trending and you are doing well.
Thank God.
Thank you. Now, I don't know. Say Monte, I'm the two men name gospel artist be. There is this gospel artist named Jacob Yao Maulo Ajula. Our committed suicide recently. I would want us to talk about it, kakra, because the rate of how people are committing suicide, especially this year, no, hard. Lady, no, ladies first. You be kakra about suicide.
So basically, when we say suicide, all we are trying to talk about is somebody killing him or herself.
Okay.
You are causing murder, or you are taking your own life. That is what we term as suicide.
Okay.
But suicide can be influenced by so many things.
All right.
So one cannot just get up and then you start to commit suicide.
All right.
But it starts from somewhere and then progresses.
Okay.
So if nothing is done about it, then the person ends up committing the suicide.
I see. Do they really have reasons why they commit suicide?
Yes, they do.
Okay.
They do. Basically, the most commonest of all the reasons is pity, self-pity.
Okay.
When one feels pity for him or herself, and then this person doesn't get anybody to communicate with, anybody to talk to, this person begins to isolate him or herself. And so things the person used to do earlier on, the person begins to withdraw.
Stop. Okay.
Begins to withdraw. And it's a gradual something.
Okay.
Once the person starts with this, other things comes in. This person doesn't do what gives the person joy any longer.
Okay.
This person begins to go through a stage called depression.
Depression. Okay.
So when the person gets into the depression stage and there's still nothing is done about it, nobody to talk to, this person is likely to commit suicide. So they do have a reason.
Especially with the depression. You know, of late, I say on social media, we say many depression, especially one more fan cheme or more acquainted. I learned that depression so camera. I don't know. Talking about depression, no dear natural say dear. Now counselor fire room suicide. Everything about suicide.
Everything about suicide.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So, like Lady Reverend said, suicide is a death caused by self-influence or self-inflicted.
Okay.
Yeah, you caused it yourself. Either ways, by hanging, taking drug, any other way to end your life.
Okay.
But suicide has been an ancient thing. There has been something that is there. It's not something we are seeing now. It is there. Even in the Bible, when you read Matthew 27, you realize that Judas, after betraying Jesus Christ, committed suicide by hanging himself. So it's something that have been there for a long time. Now, sometimes when people commit suicide and you are not in the situation, you'll be like, why did this person do that? Why would you even do that? But when you enter into their shoes, you understand that there are a lot of people who don't have people around them to talk to.
Okay.
And there are a lot of people who have people, but they can't open them. They can't open up to them. Gone were the days you were told in account that is it a problem shared?
It's
a problem
half
solved.
To say correctly, say half solved. Okay.
Right. But these days, when you share, you're on the media. People tell you what you are going. They will share, disgrace you. So people are going through things that they think that suicide is the best way to end it, because when I end the life, nobody will call me names. I will not come to the media. Even I will come I'm gone. So people are going through a whole lot.
Okay.
Rejections from family, rejection from family, rejection from friends. People are going through a whole lot. And people, when you enter into the business field, people invest in business and they lose everything.
Okay.
So when they lose everything, they think, why am I going to start all over again? If I can't start all over again, then the best thing to do is to end my life. So it's about time we take things serious and talk to people around us. Let them understand that there is more after. There is hope. There is hope. These are things that people are not hearing. These are things people are not hearing. Even in the church, we are not, when we meet at church, that's all.
That's all.
We don't know if the person got something to eat before coming to church. We don't know what the person is going through. At the end of the day, we come to church, we see ourselves, and we go home. But people are going through a lot. And the most painful aspect is that what you are going through is not written on your forehead.
Right.
For people to detect that this is what you are going through. So you cannot unless you talk to the person. And since I'm going to talk to you, and at the end of the day, my problem will be on social media. I'll be
I'd rather
everywhere.
keep it to myself.
Then rather I'll keep it to myself. When I'm depressed and things are going worse, then I end it.
You end it.
So when I end it, that's all.
So Counselor, let's talk about Jacob's issue.
Okay.
Now, I don't know. I think he wrote a letter.
Sure.
He wrote something that I don't know if it's about his penis. I don't know. So, no problem with my penis affect you. I don't know how it affects you, because with us women, say I want ma. I don't think say nipa say I want man. I want to take my own life. The person will rather decide say I mean adoption. And I say, me kunu call baby, and I say, maybe the IVF and all that. And I don't know, say, a kobanisa with Jacob's issue. Why would you say, sir? Because mean pay for me, and I don't you think it's a broken heart?
Maybe a mixed up.
In another reason, you might think say a broken heart, but I don't know, dear Jacob, what do you have to say about that? Say. Nebe mentina emu odudi emu fanchemetie for asem no ankasa report abase too sensitive and think be anka yen drop it, but we really have to educate people about suicide. And see, with Jacob's, especially with Jacob's own, do you think say hu here say obe manye juma you should take your life?
Life, what you know or what you hear influences what you do. So what you hear will influence what you do.
Okay.
So as at that moment, what was he hearing?
Okay.
All he was hearing was end it. And the people around him is also not giving him the morale to see that there is hope.
Okay.
And he didn't also open up.
He didn't open up.
Most of the things were seen after the death.
Right.
And
with the letter he wrote.
With the letter
okay.
He wrote. And upon further research, it was said that he was even sleeping at the church.
Okay.
He moved from his home to church. So he was going through a whole lot of things, but the people around him couldn't perceive to know that this is what was going on in his life. So, like we said, would that situation lead to suicide? Yes, it can lead to suicide.
Okay.
What I can stand, maybe I'm going through something, I will say, oh, I've even passed through this and this and this and this. But it may be different from another person. So we must understand that we don't compare life general.
Okay.
What I'm going through may be different from what someone is going through. Oh, I've even survived this, so this should be small for you.
Okay.
But the person doesn't carry the heart and the weight to contain whatever he's going through. So looking at Joseph's issues, upon further research, Jacob rather, he said broken heart may be a reason, and broken heart is the main reason why people are committing suicide.
Broken heart?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's one of the main reasons why people are committing suicide.
Why would broken heart take you that far? I mean, when your mother was giving birth to you, you came alone. So why do you think the person has left? So I should take my life?
Sometimes
I don't know.
Sometimes you feel like that's the main person you are meant to be with. So since the person is gone, no. So I keep telling people that sometimes some rejections are rejection from God to help you meet the right person.
Some rejections
are rejection from God to help you meet the right person. When people live your life, understand that God purposely made them live your life.
Okay.
So let them go.
Let them go.
But as at that time, who are you going to talk to? Who is going to motivate you? Today, the least chance people have to talk to you, we end up in the
social media.
For people to ridicule you, see a whole lot of things to you. So if I feel like things are not going well, I'm not saying suicide is something that nobody should try.
Okay.
So one of the reasons why you see that even the people who commit suicide do regret is that when they commit the suicide, in the process, they call for help.
Okay.
Yeah, or send him come for crana. He calls for help, meaning that near all common
So say a human so cry, no more me.
Sure.
Why did you put it there in the face? Why did you have to hang yourself in the
before? The mood before, so the realization.
Do they take drugs before they try that? Because what you mean for when you can't find human show minute? Say, I mean, it doesn't make sense.
So that's why when I come in and I say that I bring the spiritual aspect of it, they'll be like, oh no, it shouldn't be spiritual.
Okay.
I listened to one guy at Onia Showtime.
Okay.
It's Nana Man. He said he was going through a lot and he was hearing voices that end it.
Okay.
Then he would turn and check if someone is standing nearby. Nobody.
So he felt that it was the devil's voice.
Voices there, we cannot blame the devil because we've got into a place where the devil is even innocent.
It's serious though.
So you must understand that it's not normal.
It's not normal.
Like I said, what we hear, the things we hear. Like maybe you hear, you talk to somebody, oh, there be. I said, oh, many got the end, they won't to me here. Exactly, so I have to end it.
Okay. Sweetheart, are there signs of suicidal behavior?
Sure, they are.
Okay.
I earlier on mentioned depression. Depression is one.
Okay.
When we talk about depression, it's somebody isolating him or herself.
Right.
And then this person is going through emotional stress. There are several other signs that this person goes through. Okay. But then one of them is the depression I talked about. Okay. And then another one can be trauma. Trauma in the sense that maybe something happened in the early stages of life.
Okay.
But this person is unable to take it off mind.
Okay.
So once you are there, then you remember how the whole thing happened and what you even went through. Okay. It makes the whole pain come afresh as if it just happened. So this person will think like, so what do I do then? Let's say, for instance, you are raped. How many people can open up when they are being raped? It's only a handful.
Right.
Majority keep it to themselves.
Right.
And then they go through the pain, the stress, and everything by themselves. Right. So if I'm going through this, let's take, for instance, I ask myself, okay, what is the HIV status of this guy? I don't know. Does he have any other communicable disease? I don't know.
No.
What if I even get pregnant out of this rape? And as we talk, I'm not financially resourced to take up this pregnancy and myself. So what do I do? If I don't have money to abort, or okay, I don't want to abort, so people will notice that I got pregnant and I aborted. Why don't I end it? Wow. So when you are in a community with someone, you stay in a house with someone, you are in a church with someone, and then you realize that the person's attitude is changing. These people normally have issues with sleeping.
Sleeping?
Yes.
They stop sleeping.
This person sleeps for a few minutes and feels like I've rested the whole day. So they can be working. They have that energy. They can become hyperactive. I can be overexcited over nothing.
They will be smiling to themselves, laughing and stuff.
This person is going through a whole lot.
One of the main things we must focus. See, when you go to church or you meet at social gatherings and you see people laughing and they are happy, don't think that
all is well.
All is well. No, they are the people who are going through
a lot.
You see the person at church dancing, jubilating, you feel like the person is okay. No, the person is going
so or sana what to be okay.
But we don't go close to them and ask them what is going through.
I see.
So as I was saying, because we don't have anybody to talk to, we try to do other things so that we can forget what we are going through. Example, like drinking. You drink at this moment, you forget your problem. But what if the drink wears off? The problem is still waiting for you. You come back to meet it.
It's there.
So there are several signs. So isolation is one. Their eating pattern also changes.
Okay.
The person doesn't even have the time. How do you eat?
Okay.
Or this person says, I don't have the appetite. You are not sick. Nothing is wrong with you as you claim. So why can't you eat
as you used to?
So now you can't sleep. You can't eat. You are isolated. At times you don't even have the energy to do the normal things they used to do. This person gets tired after doing nothing. You can just wake up from bed. You feel tired like you've carried, I don't know whether you carried the whole world
on your shoulders. Okay.
You realize this person is so tired and then cannot do anything at the moment. You are not sick. Medically, you said you are fit. You don't feel any pain. So what is happening? So these signs are obvious when we take a critical look at our neighbors, or we take time to study our neighbors. We get to know the signs.
Okay, so are there differences between suicidal ideation and attempted suicide?
When you talk about the ideation, it's just like having the idea.
It comes on mind and it goes off.
So there is a condition that we call a generalized anxiety disorder.
Okay.
This person is afraid for nothing.
Okay.
She's in the room. She can't be in the room alone. She'll tell you, I can't sleep in my room alone.
Okay.
Why can't you sleep in the room alone? Like my brother was saying sometime ago, you hear voices. Hallucination. You hear people talking to you. We can be here and she will shout, snake, snake. We can't see any snake. But she's seen the snake.
Okay.
That is hallucination.
Right.
So she says she's hearing voices. And it's true, she's hearing the voices. But we can't hear the voices. This person is afraid. She can't even go out alone whilst we are all inside. So it's a condition on its own that we can only identify it when we are close, and then we care so much about people around us. We monitor everything they do.
Okay.
When you get to know the person very well, when the person is deviating from the normal, you can identify and say, my brother, maybe my sister, you used to do A, B, C, D. But of late, you are withdrawing from what you used to do. What is happening? And then let's learn to be secretive to keep other people's secret. Yes, that is how I should say it. When I confide in you and I talk to you, it should be between the two of us.
Right.
This is one of the reasons why people don't open up. You are my friend. You also have a friend. Right. Your friend also have a friend.
Definitely.
So I come and tell you, this is my problem. We know don't need come on and say, hey, now madam for mercy. On the course see you. Then the friend also has a friend.
Definitely.
She also communicates to the friend. By the time you realize, it's just like going to the information center to broadcast it yourself.
Yeah.
And so because of this, people don't open up. But when we are able to keep things to ourselves, we would end up helping those around us, and then we will identify these things on time and then prevent it from happening.
Happening. Ooh. Okay, so counselor, does social media play in suicidal ideation?
Sure, it plays a lot. It plays a lot.
Okay.
One thing we must note that not everything on the media is real.
Okay.
A lot of people see things on the media and they feel like they failed in life. The celebrities will be giving you fake pressure.
Politicians.
So sometimes the dress and the things you see were taken from other sources because they are celebs. So when you see it and you feel like you have failed in life, you end up doing things. You feel like, no, I can't do this, I can't do that. So social media is putting a lot of pressure on the youth.
On people.
At the end of the day, let me end my life because I feel like I've failed in life. For instance, you just go on TikTok or social media and you see your mates making it in life, posting cars, Benz. You feel like, no, I've failed in life.
Yeah.
You come home, then your mom also insults you. That at the school, no, exactly. So you feel like you failed in life, so you have to end it.
Right.
And also, the recent issue of sex tape being leaked.
Right.
When it's being leaked and people start seeing it, you feel like, no. So on my day job, you've seen everything. So let me end it. So it's playing a major role in Ghana now.
Okay.
It is affecting a lot of people.
Okay. So how can we reduce stigma around mental health?
Okay. So let's also note that, like my dear sister said, let's also note that when things are happening around, let's open up.
Okay.
Yeah. You are going through things, you are hearing voices. Open up.
Okay.
Open up. Let me enter the church.
Right.
With the case study we are using.
Yeah.
Now when we come and say how can we prevent it, we talk about encouraging each other. We will talk about prayer. This is a guy at church. And after that, there was a lot of people who, on the comment section, they were like,
I'm free.
So why is it that the main person, no,
the lead singer,
exactly.
Lead singer.
Exactly. So one thing we must notice is that let's work on self. If you don't work on self, you end up impacting people, but you die. There are a lot of pastors, there are a lot of people on the media who are going through a lot. But they think that they are solving the problem for others. Sometimes when you need break, take a break. When you're going through things, take a break and solve it before you come.
Work on yourself too.
Work on yourself.
So you're human too.
Exactly. You see, sometimes we sell ourselves to people and we forget self. We keep impacting people, but we are going through a lot. We are bleeding.
Somebody told me this, counselors, you go through a lot more than ordinary individual, because counselors, marriage counselors especially, counsel. Oh, our no. When it goes this way, do it this way. When it comes this way, do it this way. And I said that way. Na afede ebeti na want to mean keep you aware ebeti na utai will be den with especially omo didi enioma bi anim no. I mean, Jacob a Christian. Bible no ka dey fa obi a oye Christian na ono age ne nkwa free ne sam. Bible no e ka bi fa bi sana.
Yeah, with suicide, when you take your life, it's clear that, according biblically, it's clear that heaven is not your stand.
Right.
Yeah, biblically. That's
definitely. The hell is for you.
God is going to judge you for now. I can't
because it's in the Bible somewhere.
Yeah. Sure.
So would you want someone? Is it in the commandments? I don't know. I might be wrong.
Not in the commandment, but it's in the Bible.
It's in the Bible. Would you feel so automatically? Or more are committing suicide now. They are going to hell.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Are you agreeing with me? I don't know. I just want to know. Counselor,
let's give judgment to God.
Sure.
Now.
Okay.
And deal with ourselves because. Someone who will be at church singing every Sunday.
Right.
Now, what was the role of the pastor? What was the role of the people? This will be a great person in future for us.
Okay.
We have lost a great person.
Okay.
Or in the end, we're not able to guard and intercede for ourselves.
Right.
So when you are going through things, step down. Like you said, the counselors, and sometimes we feel like a woman king. We want to stand.
Right.
No, also we understand that the same thing. You see, sometimes I listen to myself and I ask myself, what if I'm going through the same thing? You can also go through the same thing.
Yes.
So let's understand. You can also go through, when people come to you and tell you that the marriage is not working, they understand that there are times, there are mountains in life, there are mountains in marriage. You also get there. Some people are in life, they expect that nothing can happen to them. It is a simple, no. Understand that trials will come.
Won't to me at all.
Don't let things hit you by surprise.
Okay.
Understand that it will get to a time there will be issues in the marriage. It will get to a time there will be trials. When it gets to those times, confide in people, the right people. When it gets to those times, listen to songs. The lyrics of the song alone will move you. And not only Christian songs.
Okay.
But the guy who shared the testimony at Onia TV said he was listening to this I did them song.
Okay.
And here's some voices. Okay, no, I have life. I have to live it. So people are going through things and they are not opening up to others to help them.
So we should work on ourselves.
Let's work on
ourselves first. Okay. Mrs. Counselor, I can't with helping ourselves and that. I heard him say family and friends and all that. But I want you to hit there for me. Are there support from family and friends we can offer?
Sure, there are.
Okay.
There are supports that can be offered.
Okay.
So I think during my search, I was trying to find out if there are such support system in Ghana.
Okay.
And then I got few of them, even though I don't know where they are located, but then I got few of them.
Okay.
They said there is a support change heal.
Okay.
That provides a safe and confident space for individuals to express themselves.
All right.
And then I think being family and friends, we ourselves can also be a source of support.
Okay.
As I said earlier on, you've noticed a change in the person's behavior. Get close to the person.
Okay.
Try to find out what is wrong with the person. If you can't be of help, direct the person to where the person can find help. Maybe this issue of hallucination, hearing voices and seeing things that you don't see, you don't hear. And then you say, oh, Ebiana, when you die, die, and I also die bonnie. But there are places you can refer this person to, and this person can find help, like the mental health unit.
Right.
Once you take someone to the mental health unit, Ghana, you feel about them. But no, or more them.
Okay.
Ebiana, Bibi, and I want to know and this person wants a clarification.
Okay.
So I can walk to the unit at any time to ask questions I don't understand.
Okay. Can we also say that this unit are also performing their duties?
Exactly.
Because there is no education to this. With the unit you just mentioned.
Okay.
I didn't even know.
Yes.
I didn't even know.
All we know is that UK and Canada
and America and foreign
but in
countries.
Ghana, this is the first time I'm even hearing that we have such a. So it means education in Ghana is not working.
Oh, fam.
We have to tell people keep dying, and you are telling me that this unit is there. What are they doing?
At least they should be on the socials to be educating us. They should be
are
on
things people
TV,
need.
radios.
Sure.
Right.
I agree to that. I agree to that.
And you being a health personnel, or let me say a health expert, I mean, what are you guys doing? Are there, more on Shishabi or Hosa? Say, if you are once in a month, yeah, health, baby, once in a month, yeah, psychological test, yeah,
Okay, so for where I work,
okay,
I'm a midwife, so I attend to pregnant women. So
okay.
On monthly basis, we have education for them. Then we do chip in some of those things. And then when they come, their support person, we used to educate them, especially after delivery, because that is, it's very sudden for them to go into depression after delivery. Yes, if care is not taken, the pepper woman or the woman who just delivered can go to depression, pepper blues, psychosis. All those are medical and mental health conditions that the woman can go through. So after delivery, we used to counsel the partners and then the support persons that come with them. That if you go home and then you see these changes, you report. If you see this, let us know. We give them our numbers, so they call at any point in time they feel like they've seen any change in the person they are living with. So I think we can also inculcate this into our churches.
Churches, right?
Yes,
right.
Because it is one of the gatherings where we have a lot of people. Sure. So our churches, our mosque, we can inculcate this into these places, educating them on signs and symptoms of this suicidal ideas and stuff, so that when one is exhibiting such symptoms quickly, you can tell something is wrong, and then you can, if the person is not ready to go, you can drag the person to where the person will find help, and then together would help the person out.
Okay, Mama Ness, your last words. Your last, wrap it up for me. Wrap it up.
So, in all, what I'm saying is, suicidal thoughts is not for a particular group of people. It can happen to anybody at any point in time. So no matter the situation you are going through in life, you should have a trusted person you can open up to. If you think your pastor is trustworthy enough, you can open up to him.
Okay.
If it is the counselor that counseled you, or any other person in society that you find of good reputation, that you think is of help to the situation, open up, and then together let's find help, so that we'll protect our lives and then live long.
So that we protect our lives and live long. Counselor, your last words.
Okay, so I would say that let's be each other's brother's keeper. Abrabon young boy and quiet,
Right.
Your board the and what will be so dear driving. If you drive alone, you die alone. So you have to just be there for others. And lastly, believers, let's understand that but sometimes you are going through something, you feel like you can pray and pray and pray. No, sometimes you need somebody to talk to.
Right.
And find when the things becomes hard and find fasting, baby, why 40 days, why 30 days, still the thing you still feel the thing. Talk to someone who can help you. When you talk to someone who can help you, and no more than ever bored than ending your life.
Right.
And lastly, please, suicide shouldn't be something we should entertain.
Okay.
It's not something we should entertain.
All right.
Understand that who are not son, who are not sign. There's something after death.
So our takeaway for the video is very simple. I say suicide prevention requires awareness, empathy, and action. Let's break the silence, encourage open conversations, and provide support to those struggling. Now remember, mental health matters, and help is always available. And no NAA takeaway for this video. My name is Okodie Kiejiwa. See you when I see you. Bye bye.